think drivers will be less aggressive and have less bravado because there are no fans? And my answer is I think it's quite a difficult track, particularly on brakes, because braking temperatures get sky high. So I remember I ran out of brakes when I last raced there in 2016, and that led to my collision. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to my new series, Formula 1 Fridays. Comment below please what you would like me to do in future on such videos, if there's anything else you want me to speak about. Most importantly, with this video I want to support my project fundraise, and it's about raising as much money as possible for the people in need in this time of Corona. And it's a raffle, and you can win my electric high-performance motorbike in this raffle. One ticket is only €5, and for all of you watching this video, I'm giving you a promo code which will double your entries. So you still only need to buy one ticket, but how many tickets you buy, you will get double the amount of entries. So please click in the description below. There's a link to the raffle, and go spend some money and put in the promo code DOUBLE. That's the name of the promo code, and I wish you good luck in winning my motorbike. And you have only until Sunday evening. That's the deadline. Sunday evening the promo code will decline, so be quick and go for it. And please, let's raise a lot of money. One final ultra cool thing. So I'm hereby donating €100 worth of entries to really boost your chances to win my motorbike. All you have to do is get the top comment for this video. So the most liked comment wins. I'll donate €100 in your name to try and win my motorbike in my raffle project fundraise. So go ahead, comment, make it awesome. And the question you have to comment on is, what are you most looking forward to at the Austrian Grand Prix after this long break? So here we are now on the Q&A session. First question, do you think drivers will be less aggressive and have less bravado because there are no fans? And my answer is definitely not, quite on the contrary. Because fans just add a little bit of suspense and pressure, so I think drivers might be slightly more easygoing because it's just a little bit more relaxed atmosphere. So I think we're going to see plenty of action all over the place. Things will be super exciting. Question 2, what is the hardest corner to get right? The hardest corner to get right is turn 1, because it's really a sharp corner, and you have to be so precise on your positioning. If you touch the curb on the inside, it's going to throw you off. And then the exit also, you have to be so precise, because you have this ugly thin sausage curb, and you kind of, I think, to be fastest, especially on a qualifying lap, you have to position your tires right on the other side of it, so that the sausage curb is between chassis and tire, and that's the fastest way to go, to use the most track without slowing you down. So it's really hard, and I think that's the most difficult corner. Question 3, what are the best car settings for Austria? Downforce versus top speed, and how does altitude affect your car? Altitude is not so much of an issue in Austria. Of course, altitude just makes the air thinner, so it reduces the downforce, but it's not so extremely noticeable. And then just for Austria, I mean, it's a combination between those slow speed corners and the medium speed, but the focus is on the slow speed corners, because that's the longest section of the track, and there's the most time to be had there. So you need to make sure braking, for example, is good, and to be good in braking, you need a mechanically very soft car, so that the car independently on all four wheels, it absorbs the waves on the surface, you know, and the undulations. So you need a mechanically soft car. And then for traction, you kind of need a stiff front, soft rear end, so really soft rear to put the traction down. So that's also important for slow speed corners. That's really what they focus on in Austria. And then it's always a compromise to try and keep the high speed corners more or less alive and not make too much of a disaster there. So a little bit of a compromise. Question 4, do you think the result of the midfield teams will change a lot between the first and second race? No, I don't think there's going to be much changes there. I mean, first race we're going to see the pecking order, and that's going to stay pretty stable for the second Austrian Grand Prix especially. Although I do think you might see some shiftings around, because from one weekend to another things always change. It's never all the same. You know, there might be some weather issues as well. Tires might become an issue, so you never know. So I do think it's going to be a little bit mixed up, because teams are just a little bit less prepared than usual going into the season. So I think it's going to be super exciting anyway. Question 5, is it possible to defend in Austria with a lower engine mode? Defending in Austria is difficult, and that's what makes the racing so great. I mean, we saw Verstappen racing from 8th to 1st last year, so overtaking is possible. We saw some awesome battles, also thanks to the fact that they've increased the amount of DRS zones. So I think we can really look forward to some amazing battles again this year, lots of overtaking. And lower engine mode, of course, makes it more difficult to defend and gives the person behind a better chance. 6, does the shorter track make a difference to tire or fuel strategy versus long circuits? Austria has 10 corners, and Singapore and Abu Dhabi, for example, have 20 plus. Yeah, it's a much shorter circuit, but you have to remember that on every track they do 300 kilometers, so in effect they do more laps. and thereby fuel consumption, to be honest, I'm not sure about the answer there. I think it's quite a difficult track, particularly on brakes, because braking temperatures get sky high due to the fact that you're a little bit higher in altitude, so there's a little bit less density and a little bit less cooling as a result on the air. And the braking is just so tough because you have such huge brakings always. So I remember I ran out of brakes when I last raced there in 2016, and that led to my collision with Lewis, because suddenly I had a brake pedal that just went to the floor going into turn 2 where we had the collision. And so brakes are going to be absolutely on the limit around this track. Question 7. Would your strategy change if you're a midfield or front runner? Yes, absolutely. In the midfield, you just need to take some chances. Take some chances on safety car, on strategy, on maybe, particularly in the first race where there's still so many unknowns with the tires, you just take a chance. You go for a one stop, even though one stop is unlikely to work, and maybe you can pull it off and get a huge race result. So you go for some extra risk. Extra question, how would you approach 2 consecutive races on the same track? There's no different approach there. It's really just maximizing the first weekend, and then of course you take all the learnings over to the second weekend. And if you're doing well and you're winning, you don't change anything, and if you're struggling, you take some risks and really change a lot to see if you can find some extra pace. That's it. Thank you very much. I hope it was interesting. Again, comment below if you want anything different for the next Formula 1 Friday next time round. And bye bye. Thanks for watching. And remember, please, this video is for Project Fundraise, so please spend as much money as possible. And there's 2 things you can do. First of all, use the promo code that you can see below. It's called DOUBLE, and you can use this promo code. It's just for you guys watching this video, and it's limited until Sunday evening. So use it now. By using the promo code DOUBLE, you'll get double the amount of entries for those tickets than usual. And also another thing, as you know, if you get the top trending comment on this video, then I will gift to you €100 worth of entries, again, to my raffle. So try and get that top comment. Thank you very much. Bye bye, and I hope we raise loads and loads of money. So here's my setup in the cellar simulator. Awesome. Got the beer ready to go as well. Bike on the wall. This is the man cave.